Okay, welcome back. It's Monday. On Friday, we talked about how to calculate the markdown price, or not the markdown price. We learned how to calculate the markdown, or the discount, the amount of the discount that something would have if it's on sale. Today, we're going to put everything that we've done together. We're going to learn how to calculate the sale price, and finally do the ultimate total price that you are going to pay for something. So, finding the sale price itself is pretty simple. Once you have the markdown, once you have the amount of the discount or markdown, you simply subtract that from the regular selling price. So, we're actually going to cross off this option 2. I don't know why that's there, but here's the basics of it. Deborah Lee Medford has a 25% off coupon and is purchasing a watch that has a regular price of $125. What will be the sale price of the watch? The first thing you do is find the markdown, the amount of the markdown or discount. So first, find amount of markdown or discount, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do that. We know it's 25% off of 125, so we need to figure out what 25% of 125 is. So we do 125 times 25%. Remember, we need to change that to a decimal, so 25 divided by 100 is 0.25. And that would be $31.25. This isn't how much you're paying. This is how much the discount is for. This is what we did on Friday. Now, our second step is simply subtract amount of discount from regular price. Okay. So the second way, or what we do now, is we take 125, the original price, subtract 31.25, and we find out that the sale price, the price that you would actually pay for it, and again, this is before tax, remember, we do still have to include tax if they tell us to, is $93.75. Now this problem doesn't tell us to include tax, but we're going to see some problems down here that do want us to include tax. Okay. Let's move on. A children's apparel shop is having a sale on denim overalls for toddlers. The overalls usually sell for $24.99. The markdown rate is 20%, plus you have an additional coupon for 15% off. You also will pay 8% sales tax. What is the final purchase price? So we're going to do two new things here. We actually have two markdowns or discounts that are happening here. You have the markdown rate that's for everyone, just in the store, of 20%. For those overalls, plus you have an additional 15% off. Not everyone has that coupon, okay? So we're going to have to do both of these, and then we're going to have to do sales tax. And that's going to be the order that we do them in. Now, sometimes in the past, what we have done is if we've had multiple percentages, we just say, oh, just add the percentages together. That's not going to work in this case. You cannot add these percentages together. It'll take me too long to explain why you can't add them together. I could show you, but that's not how this works. We have to do each individually. So the first thing we're going to do is just the 20% markdown rate. We know, like I said, we know 20% change to a decimal is 0.2. So the first thing we're going to do is take the original price, $24.99 times 0.2. We're going to round that to $5. Okay, so that's a $5 markdown. And then, to get the price after that markdown, we're going to do $24.99 minus $5. And this is the price after the first markdown. Then, now that it's $19.99, we have an additional coupon for 15% off. So now we're going to take that new price of $19.99, multiply it by, let's see, 15% would be 0.15. We're going to round that. That comes out to a $3 markdown from the coupon. to get our new price after the coupon, do $19.99 minus $3. And we get $16.99. So something that started at about $25 is now down to $17. That's good. So this is the price after the second markdown. And then finally, we do have to pay an 8% sales tax, and that's just on the price after all those markdowns. So we need to find 8% of this. $16.99 times 8% divided by 100 is 0.08. Let's see, that'll be $136. This is the sales tax. And to find the final purchase price, we add the amount after all the markdowns and discounts and the sales price, or the sales tax, excuse me. So $16.99 plus $136. And what we find is that the total final purchase price is $18.35. Now, before we move on, I want to show you two things, okay? The first is that the order that these discounts, just the discounts, is done in should not make a difference. For instance, if I do $24.99 times the 15% off first, I get a discount of, let's see, that's $3.75. So $24.99 minus $3.75, $21.24. And then let's see, we take this, multiply by the new discount rate, 0.2, so that's $4.25. So let's see, I think that was $21.24 minus $4.25. We get the same exact price afterwards, okay? So the order of the markdowns does not matter. However, you cannot add these two together. You're definitely not including the sales tax. That has to be separate. But you cannot add these two together. If I were to say, oh, well, 20% plus 15%, that's a 35% markdown, and then try and do it this way, and just do $24.99 times 0.35, I get a markdown of $8.75. $24.99 minus $8.75, $16.24. That is not the same thing. Okay, that is not the same thing as the price after the markdowns. So, the reason that it's not going to be the same is because when you do this first step and then you take the extra 15% off, you're taking 15% off of a different number. You're not taking the percentage off of the same number. It doesn't work like that. So, you can switch the order of the markdowns, that's fine, but you cannot add them together and you cannot lump the sales tax in. Everything has to be done in different steps. This is perfectly fine to do, what we did when we wrote it down. Let's go to the back. A couple more examples. Number 4, Home Depot is having an appliance sale. A stainless steel refrigerator is currently priced at $1,800. The sale is for 25% off. At the register, you can open a credit card account and save an extra 10% off the sale price. Note, when there are multiple discounts, you cannot just add the percentages. This is what we just did. How much more money will you save if you open an account? Well, we know that the refrigerator is 25% off. Let's figure out that first. How much is the refrigerator going to be? So let's see, $1,800, and everyone gets the 25% off. So we need to multiply by 0.25. So the markdown is $450. And that's just the store markdown. Minus $450. That's a 0. So $1,800 minus $450 equals $1,350. So that's the first sale price. But the question asks, how much more money will you save if you open an account? That's essentially asking how much that second markdown is. Save an extra 10% off? Well, how much money is that 10% going to be? We need to take 10% more off of that sale price. The sale price is $1,350. So $1,350 times let's see, 10%, be very careful with this, is 0.1. So $1,350 times 0.1 is $135. That is the credit card markdown, the markdown you get for opening a credit card account. Okay, so $135, if you open the credit card account, you will save an additional $135. And what will the final sale price be if you decide to open an account? Well, $135 off of the $1,350 you're already paying, which is already marked down from $1,800. All we have to do is $1,350 minus the extra $135 in savings. And that comes out to $1,215. So, look at where you started. You started with $1,800. You got it all the way down to $1,215. Okay? That's like, I'm doing this in my head, that's almost like a third of the price off right there. What will be your total purchase price including sales tax? We do have to remember to do sales tax. So, 8% sales tax, 8 divided by 100, 0.08. The sale price after all those markdowns is $1,215, so we got to do $1,215 times 0.08. That means there's $97.20 in tax. And now we just have to add that to our price, to our the price after all the markdowns to get the final purchase price. And that comes out to be $1,312, started writing the wrong number down, $20. $13.12.20. Okay? Oh, let me just write this. This is the amount of sales tax. Remember, sales tax gets added on. One last question. Another kind of tricky one. A cell phone company is offering a special on purchasing new phones. If you buy one for $150, you will save 75% on the purchase of a second phone. If you decide to buy both phones, how much will your total purchase price be, including the 8% sales tax? Okay, so normally, if you bought two phones, it would be one for $150, one for another $150, and that would be a total of $300. However, what this is now saying is that if you buy one for $150, you save 75% on the second phone. In other words, the second phone is 75% off. So the first thing we need to do is figure out what 75% of a $150 phone would be. 150 times 75 divided by 100 is 0.75. Okay. $112.50. That's the markdown on the second phone. Okay. So what this means is to get the total price for both phones, we pay $150 for one of them, plus whatever $150 minus that markdown is, $112.50. Okay, so $150 is the price of the first phone. $150 minus the markdown on phone number 2 would be $150 minus $112.50. If I do this, let's see, let me do the parentheses first. $150 minus $112.50, 37.5. I'm going to add that to the $150. I get that the sale price for the two phones is $187.50. There is 8% sales tax. So I'm going to do 8 divided by 100, 0.08. $187.50 times 0.08 comes out to actually exactly $15 sales tax. I add this back to the purchase price, or to the sale price, and I get $202.50. That's what we're paying on both of those phones. Okay, so finding the sale price is pretty easy. You just take the amount of the sale and subtract it from the regular price. We do sometimes have to throw the tax in, but we're going to get lots of practice with that on the homework. Your homework is the sheet that says D4CW markdown. There's two different sides to this, and I'll explain both sides real quick. The front is actually might be the slightly more difficult side. What they give you is they show you a picture of an item, they tell you the price, okay, the normal price, and then they tell you the percentage discount you're getting. Then there are three things for you to fill out. The first says discount. This is just the amount of the discount. So basically for the first one, it's whatever 28% of $25 is. The second blank is for sale price. Once you know how much the discount is, you subtract the discount from the price to get the sale price. Finally, at the very end, it says what's the total, include the 8% tax. This doesn't mean just tell me what the tax is. This means figure out the tax and then add it to the sale price. Tell me what you're ultimately going to be paying. It's the same for all those 8. On the back, it's a little bit simpler. There is a regular price and a markdown. Your job is just to find the sale price. Well, actually, that's the job for the first one. But remember, it's always regular price minus markdown equals sale price. That should help you find all of those answers. We're done for today. We're going to come back. I'll keep you updated on Remind via what we're going to keep doing. So if you have any questions, let me know. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye.